Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
We're going live with the news. This is Network News for Thursday, October 2, 2025. In the headlines, 3 men remanded after multiple charges in violent attack on university students. Attorney calls for urgent action to prevent crime among young men in Grenada. Over 500 citizens pre-register for Grenada's retail bond auction. Government seeks financial clarity for MNIB partnership. Also in the news, regionally, diplomatic hurdles cloud Trinidad and Tobago's Dragon gas deal. Internationally, millions of U.S. federal workers impacted by government shutdown. Plus, in the sports news, West Indies pondering options for Day 2 against India in first test.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
From GBN, I'm Kenroy Baptiste. 3 men accused of a violent late-night attack on university students in Lansopine now face a string of serious indictable charges. Rena Thomas reports.
An additional 5 indictable charges were laid against 25-year-old Jassim Theobald in connection with a housebreaking and stealing incident in True Blue between September 21st and the 22nd, during which $26,476.24 was reported stolen. He was charged with possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition, possession of a firearm with intent, housebreaking and stealing, and attempted robbery. Jassim and his brother Jeremy Theobald of Montu, along with 26-year-old Siobhan Stevens of Lotus Lane, made their first court appearance at the St. George's Magistrate Court on Thursday in relation to a weekend incident involving university students in Lansopine. The trio faces 11 indictable charges, including possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition, possession of a firearm with intent, kidnapping, housebreaking and stealing, 2 counts of rape, 2 counts of robbery with violence, 2 counts of indecent assault, and 2 counts of forcibly detaining a person to have a sexual intercourse. Representing Stephen is attorney-at-law Ali Gill, while the Theobald brothers are represented by attorney-at-law Jerry Edwin. Speaking with the media, attorney Edwin said the next step is to move the matter to the High Court as soon as possible.
Proceed by paper committal and get this matter to the High Court. You should know, because of the gun offenses, the magistrate does not have jurisdiction. So issues of bail must be dealt with at the High Court. Suffice it to say, I think none of us are surprised that the magistrate did not grant bail. And there is low likelihood that bail would be granted in this matter because of the nature of the offense, because there are just so many offenses.
Edwin noted that the accused men could face up to 30 years in prison for a single charge if convicted.
Rape attracts a sentence of 30 years. Some of the gun offenses, even more. Robbery with violence, 15 years. And unfortunately, our clients do not come to the court without a history of already being before the court. So it would require, I think, strong advocacy on the part of Mr. Gill and myself in terms of how we will deal with these matters.
According to outside sources, sometime after midnight on September 26th, 2 female university students were reportedly followed home by 3 masked men dressed in hoodies and backpacks, armed with a .22 long rifle and a .22 rifle, both without serial numbers, and 2 rounds of .22 ammunition. These suspects allegedly forced their way into the student's apartment where the women were sexually assaulted. During the attack, a male occupant of the apartment sustained head injuries after being struck with a weapon. The accused men were remanded to His Majesty's prison. Their mentioned date is set for October 22nd, with the matter scheduled to return to court on February 17th, 2026. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
A Grenadian attorney is sounding the alarm, urging action to save young men before crime claims their future. Another Rena P. Thomas report.
Attorney at law Jerry Edwin is calling for urgent intervention in the lives of young men in Grenada, noting a troubling rise in serious crimes committed by those between the ages of 18 and 35.
We are seeing the age of offenders, very serious offenses, drop dramatically. And so it means that we need some serious intervention for some of these young men. It's really not just about putting everyone in jail. I also will jail half of the young men in our population between 18 and 35. That's not the kind of society any one of us want to live in. It means that there has to be some other kind of intervention to assist these young men. And of course, one common thread that runs through all of this is that none of them were employed.
Edwin says there is a pressing need for employment opportunities and educational campaigns to steer these young men off the streets.
The capacity for employment, the education piece, can fill a gap and reduce this alarming incidence of young men and the commission of very serious offenses.
Edwin added that he and other attorneys have been making efforts in their own way to positively impact the lives of young men already caught in the justice system.
We are, for one thing, still continuing our work in the Reduce the Violence campaign. And we will always continue to encourage and assist young men to turn away from a life of crime. I know, for example, in my case, there are about a half a dozen boys that we insisted that the magistrate send to Newlow instead of sending them to jail. And we as lawyers have taken up the bill to fund the education of those young boys. We don't talk about this. And I'm a little embarrassed even saying that now, but I want you to know the advocacy of lawyers on behalf of young men so that they can right their ship of life. It's not just mere words standing in the courthouse. We have given a commitment to their education, and I think we'll all continue to do that.
Edwin warns that the nation is losing too many young men to crime. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Other news, the forensic unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force has issued a cyber safety warning during Cyber Awareness Month. Trainee reporter Shania McIntosh has this report.
As part of Cyber Awareness Month, the Digital Forensic Unit of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force is urging citizens to stay updated with the latest technology and to remain vigilant against online threats. Speaking on the issue, Detective Constable Garfield Charles highlighted that cybercrime remains one of the most prevalent security challenges in Grenada, ranging from online scams to identity theft. Constable Charles advised victims of scams to report incidents immediately to the nearest nearest police station. He noted that Grenada is signatory to the Budapest Convention, an international cybersecurity framework that helps authorities trace and identify scammers.
However, we now are in a position to get onto that network and report the matter there. To a signatory country, and they can look into the issue because the IP address most of it stem from their country, and because of that agreement, this is where we can have like what you call MLATs, mutual legal assistance treaties, where they can arrest the person there and
reduce the risk of being a target of cybercrime. The detective constable encourages the public to use unique and strong passwords on devices, visit secure websites only, and be cautious about the personal information shared online.
Strong passwords. Don't go on, let's say you have your account and whatnot, and you're going to put a password 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5, 6, 7. Something that someone can easily guess. Understand? So so use unique password. And when I say that, I mean like
you well.
Exactly.
That's easy for them to figure out. And with AI now, yeah, the AI is in a position to figure out this stuff. You would like if what they call it, something called position that he would go through all his profiles and pull all birth dates, all anniversary, everything, and just start generating passwords from that.
The Royal Grenada Police Force is reminding the public that cybersecurity is a shared responsibility and that vigilance, reporting, and responsible online behavior remain key to protecting both individuals and the wider community from cybercrime. Shania McIntosh, GBN News.
Now, being a parent isn't always easy. You see, everyone has a different parenting style. With this in mind, the Child Protection Authority has designed a parenting program that will assist parents and guardians on their journey. This 5-week psycho-educational program, funded by UNICEF, commenced in mid-September and will climax in mid-October. CPA's Public Relations Officer, Danila Hostin, has details.
According to the project manager at the CPA, Renee Campbell, this program seeks to cover a wide range of topics.
So our parenting community outreach program contains a lot of vital lessons. Some are focused on corporate punishment, as in beatings. Some are focused on safe touching and what is harassment. And some are even focused on the mental pressures and the emotional pressures that our young persons face and how to best support them and to deal with it.
Campbell specifically noted the session done in Carriacou last week as she praised the high turnout of interested males in the sessions.
So far, our program has had some amazing feedback. I would say Carriacou, we had an incredible turnout of men, of fathers, and just general males in the community who wanted to position themselves to be better caretakers of the youth in their village. We have had a lot of parents actually express their concern for children in the wider community, and they've actually expressed that they would be interested in taking formalized parenting classes. It was very, very fruitful to be able to hear firsthand the different things that afflict the different persons, especially where they're physically based, so that we can now provide more appropriate interventions and support services for those who really need us.
She said these parenting sessions are opened to the public. So far, the CPA teams have been to communities in St. Patrick, St. John, St. Andrew, and Carriacou. They are expected to visit communities in St. George, St. Mark, and St. David's in the upcoming weeks. The public is therefore reminded to pay attention to the social media platforms to know when the CPA teams will be in their community. Reporting for the Child Protection Authority, I am Donella Hostin.
Coming up in network news, over 500 citizens pre-register for Grenada's retail bond auction. And Grenada seeks financial clarity for MNIB partnership. Stay with us.
building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Parents and guardians, this is for you. Join the Parenting Training Program hosted by the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs from October 1st to November 6th at the Common Community Center, St. David's, every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. Come learn about anger management, child abuse, fatherhood, discipline and punishment, healthy relationships, stress management, and much more. And guess what? It's totally free, and we've got you covered with refreshments, transportation, and aftercare for children. And at the end of it all, you'll earn a certificate of completion. For more information, call 440-2269. You can also call 415-9362. The Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Step up your parenting game.
If you're thinking about e-banking, debit cards, point-of-sale transactions, what would you say are the benefits our customers can derive from using these alternative online banking platforms?
Being an avid user of the online banking platform, I can attest that it's safe, simple, but not to mention convenient. No longer standing in line to do simple transactions like payments of utilities, purchases, or even transferring between your accounts. All of the above can be done at the convenience of your own time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home. It's too soon to fall.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Need a little extra cash to make life easier? Or just a bit more exciting? Ariza's got you covered. With a Flexi Credit loan, you get up to $25,000 for any purpose. Vacations, home upgrades, back to school, or just a little treat. Get manageable amounts, flexible repayments, and the freedom to top up whenever you need it. No hassle, no pressure, just freedom to live life at your pace. Visit our website or call today and let your dreams take flight with our Flexi Credit Loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Welcome to Caracu, small in size, rich in spirit. As you step off the boat, you're greeted by smiling faces and warm island vibes. Your adventure begins here. Need a cozy place to stay? The Mermaid Beach Hotel has been a favorite for years. Waterfront views, clean comfort, and located in the town. In Bogles, the Roundhouse Cottages offers rustic charm with a touch of elegance. A peaceful hideaway surrounded by nature. Prefer something private? Dong Island Villas gives you space, sea breeze, and a home away from home feel. Wake up to the sound of waves and views that stretch for miles. We're ready to welcome you. When are you coming?
With just $2, you can gift yourself with a chance to win the Lotto jackpot. Now, imagine winning the National Lotteries Authority jackpot of $40,000. Why pass upon this winning opportunity? Lotto, play and win a lot of money.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The government of Grenada's upcoming retail bond auction, scheduled for October 31 to November 21, has garnered significant interest from the public. Here's what we know. More than 500 people have pre-registered to purchase the 2-year bonds, which offer an interest rate of 4.25% and semi-annual payments. To participate in the auction, interested individuals must first pre-register with the Ministry of Finance through a website. After pre-registration, brokers will engage with potential investors to complete the necessary vetting process before the auction begins on October 31.
Grenada, the government of Grenada, has already announced its household bond, as they term it. They did that last week, Monday. And up to today, they have already seen interest from persons. About 500 individuals have already indicated. Remember I said earlier, for the 23 years of the existence of the markets, only 600 persons across the 8 countries have invested in the market. And we're already seeing interest in the case of the Grenada's bond of 500.
The retail bond is designed for everyday citizens, not institutions, with a minimum investment of 500 EC dollars and a maximum of 50,000 EC dollars. The aim is to raise 5 million EC dollars. According to Juliet Edinburgh, fiscal debt specialist at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, there is significant interest in the bonds. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall announced the auction on September 23, and the government is encouraging citizens to take advantage of this investment opportunity. Well, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has attributed the delay in reaching an agreement with a new partner for the Marketing and National Importing Board to the lack of financial statements showing the entity's historic performance. The Prime Minister stated that having these financial statements is crucial to moving forward with the partnership.
The main challenge we've had is the MNIB was so poorly run that there were no financial statements for many, many years. And as we attempt to get a private partner to partner with us, we have to be able to have those financial statements. So we have given the instructions to try and accelerate this. But when statutory bodies don't do their financials and are not run properly, and the government has to bail it out, that's the kind of challenge we face, where you can't even present an investor with a financial statement to tell it the historical performance of the entity you're asking it to now partner with to create a new one. So
the Prime Minister revealed this information while answering questions about agriculture and innovation on the interactive talk show DMs with PM. He emphasized the importance of obtaining the financial statements to provide insight into the MNIB's past performance. To expedite the process, the Prime Minister has given instructions to accelerate the procurement of the necessary financial information, including contracts and other relevant documents.
Once we get over that hurdle, we expect that we would then be in a position to properly approach many of the private investors that we've already approached, but we can't give them the financials, to be able to form that joint venture that would allow us to then create, I think the new name is IMEXA, that will allow us to then focus on ensuring that we can help with the logistics that is required to support our farmers in terms of their produce and getting markets for it and having forward-based contracts and so on.
There is a concept, better late than never. Well, residents of Mount Rodney and surrounding communities in St. Patrick may soon see some light at the end of the tunnel with talk of a new breakwater project. Christina John tells us more.
Residents of Mount Rodney and surrounding communities in St. Patrick can finally look forward to a long-awaited relief as plans for a new breakwater project are officially on the way. Parliamentary Representative for St. Patrick East, Dennis Cornwall, announced that funding has been secured and construction is expected to commence by the end of this year or early 2026. Cornwall made the announcement during the recent unveiling of a billboard promoting the protection of the leatherback turtle and marine biodiversity. It was during this event that he acknowledged the long-standing challenges faced by residents living along the coastline.
I'm also going to mention something that is critical for the Sutter's Bay area, because in the coming months we will have the Sutter's Bay rehabilitated. In other words, we're going to build 3 breakwater, not similar to the one on the top side, because the one on the top side has caused some of the damage that we have on the lower side of the Sutter's Bay. So we're trying to build something that looks similar to what's Bathway.
For years, coastal communities have suffered the effect of rising sea levels, intense wave action, and land erosion, issues that have displaced families and damaged property. The absence of adequate coastal protection has been a source of frustration for many, and Cornwall's announcement offers a glimmer of hope for the future.
We have submerged as well as above the water breakwater, so that the ocean can flow freely and so on. It would basically bring in the sand and whatever with it and so on, as well as try to resuscitate the coastline of Sutter's Bay and so on. We do hope at that point in time, people who lost their livelihoods, their property, their homes, they might be able to reclaim some of that.
The new breakwater is intended not only to protect homes and infrastructure, but also to mitigate further environmental damage in the area. Residents, while cautious, are hopeful that the promise signals a turning point after years of waiting.
But for now, we are going to be trying to at least do that Sutter's Bay, maybe before the end of this year, hopefully in the second quarter or beginning of the third quarter. We have the financing already. We have the design, we have the contractor, we have the engineers who basically going to follow up this project. And so, you never know. Sutter's Bay, Liver, Parkway could be the same terrain where the leatherback turtle comes up and do the thing.
Christina John, GBN News.
A proud moment for Grenada and the Caribbean. History was made in Trinidad and Tobago as Bishop Dr. Devon Rache, head of Agape Ministries, became the first Grenadian to chair the Evangelical Association of the Caribbean. It's time for this evening's GBN ISO.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
I got my glasses from Clear Vision Eye Center.
I got my glasses at Clear Vision Eye Center.
Clear Vision Eye Center.
Clear Vision Eye Center.
This evening's ISAW submission features Dr. Devon Rache, Grenadian pastor and leader of Agape Ministries, who rose to new heights at the General Assembly in Trinidad and Tobago. On Tuesday, he was elected chair of the Evangelical Association of the Caribbean, breaking new ground for small island states. This umbrella body unites evangelical voices across the region, and with Dr. Rache at the helm, they call for unity rings louder than ever. Alongside a diverse executive team, he'll advance the association's mission and represent the Caribbean on the global stage, connecting our region to a worldwide family of 600 million evangelicals. Dr. Rache's achievement is a beacon of pride and possibility for Grenada. Share your photos and videos with us via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or on our other social media platforms. That's for GBN ISAW.
All the best, Bishop Dr. Devon Rache. After the break, 3-day composting training concludes at Perseverance Landfill.
Come on out, Grenada. Let's move to live. Sunday, October 26, 2025. Fitness walk beginning with warm-up at 2 p.m. at Progress Park St. Andrew. Organize your churches, clubs, family, and community. Great prizes to be won. Call 442-7450 to order your t-shirts now. Features and attractions galore to keep you moving. Hosted by the Health and Youth Departments of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Grenadians, get ready to commemorate National Heroes Day on Sunday, October 19th at the former Riviera Hotel site next to Comahorn Park. Grand Dance from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The theme for this year's commemoration, honoring our legacy, inspiring our future. This National Heroes Day commemoration promises to be one to remember, with a prayer and worship segment, the spoken word, and a powerful message from our special guest speaker. Anchor, National Heroes Day Commemoration 2025 will also see the official sword turning on the grounds of the Riviera site, which will then be known as National Heroes and Heritage Park. Sunday, October 19th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. National Heroes Day Commemoration, Monrouge, St. George. See you there.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians. From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
This is the moment. Our girls, our game, our victory. On Saturday, November 29th, all roads lead to the Karani James Athletic Stadium as our senior women's national team take on Costa Rica in the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. Come out and support our girls. It's our legacy, our pride, and our chance to move one step closer to the CONCACAF Women's Championships. Our girls have not lost a match at home in our previous CONCACAF qualifier, but to stay unbeaten, they need you. The drums, the horns, the flags, the full power of the 12th man. Get your tickets now. $20 for adults, $10 for students, children under 10 free. Get yours at the GFA office, Chucky's Bar, Heather's Boutique, or Grenadian Optical in St. George's and Spiceland Mall. Adult tickets are also available online at gotofed.com. Grenada versus Costa Rica. Be loud. Be proud.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
Thursday marked the end of a 3-day composting training at the Perseverance landfill, a joint effort among Grenada Grows, Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, and Recycle Organics.
This initiative, which involved recycling mostly organic waste, is geared at reducing the amount of household organic waste going into the landfill. Matt Cotton is a compost consultant and lead facilitator for the exercise. He explained to GBN what was imparted to the participants and what the rollout will entail.
What we did on the first day when we got here, we took a lot of the brown waste and ground it up with this big machine here, and then we made a test pile with a little bit of manure, a little bit of the food waste from some of the markets, and the green waste, and we just piled it up so we could test how you monitor it, the temperature, the bulk density, the moisture content. So we're training the staff here how to manage this on a much bigger scale. They're going to use temperatures. I mean, this was, on Monday, that was just wood chips, like in this barrel, and a little bit of manure and a little bit of food waste, and now it's over 150 degrees. Did you see that? Try to put your hand in. You don't have to get dirty, but just put your hand in there like that.
Oh yeah, I feel the heat.
And that's the microorganisms decomposing all this organic material.
The entire composting process will take approximately 6 months before it can actually be put to use as manure. As part of the exercise, participants were given the hands-on training. The Caribbean Research and Development Institute, CARDI, is one of the partners for this pilot project. Their representative shared his thoughts on the exercise.
This supports what we have been doing or encouraging farmers to do on the farm. Most of the times you do have a lot of waste going from your farm, and most of it is dumped, I say, in a landfill. So I see using this waste and putting it into good use, making compost and putting it directly back into the farm. What actually struck me quite a bit is the amount of food waste we have coming into the landfills. It's quite a lot. And you know what you could do with this waste, making composting, and you actually earn something from it.
Another participant from the Sister Isle of Caracou, representing the PILSM, shared their feedback as well.
Degraded lands, and we know composting is one of the things that's going to help quickly to introduce seeds and so on and plants. If we're going to cover this, whatever remain of the soil that has been eroded, then we need quite a bit of this. The project I'm working on, the Caracou Integrated Land Management Project, that project could utilize all of it. So I can see that working good for Caracou. But presently, although we're in the middle of the rainy season, it's a very dry, wet season, and so I see that as one of the major challenge for the decomposition of the material.
A major part of the initiative will entail the collection of vegetable or organic waste from market vendors, which will be transported to a specific site on the Perseverance landfill, where it will be processed into compost to be later used as manure by farmers. With the site being cleared and equipment on site, they will be up and running in the coming weeks. Christelina John, GBN News.
We'll be back to report the sports news. Stay close.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
This isn't just rum. It's a captivating journey infused with the essence of Bios Bombay, warmth and wonder. Experience the rich depth of Campeche like never before. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
In our
part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenada's Andre Fletcher capped a day of high-stakes drama at the first ever DP World International League T20 player auction, emerging as the most expensive player with a whopping price tag of $260,000. MI Emirates outbid rivals to secure the explosive batsman for a fourth consecutive season with the franchise. Close behind was England's Scott Curry, snapped up by Dubai Capitals for $250,000. England's Liam Dawson led the pack among the Pacers, acquired for $170,000 by Gulf Giants, while Naveen Ul-Haq was acquired for $100,000 by MI Emirates. We can tell you too, the fourth season of the International League T20 will begin on January 10, 2026, earlier than usual to avoid a clash with the 2026 Men's T20 World Cup in February. The tournament will conclude on February 11, 2026. The DP World International League T20 Season 4 will begin on Tuesday, December 2, UAE National Day, Eid al-Etihad. The 6-team 34-match tournament will conclude with the final on Sunday, January 4, 2026. Day one was far from ideal for West Indies as they were bowled out for 162 on the first day against India. Opting to bat after winning the toss, the Windies were in trouble early. Opener Chanderpaul was the first casualty of the day when he went for an 11-ball duck in the third over with 12 runs on the board. On a pitch which played true, Mohammad Siraj struck 3 times in his first spell as the West Indies were reduced to 42 for 4 at the end of the first hour. The middle order considered putting up a resistance captain, Chase 24 and Hope 26, but it wasn't to be, and the visitors were eventually bundled out for 162. Justin Gibbs 32 was the highest score. KL Rahul then controlled the chase, and the informed Indian opener milked runs and went past his 20th Test half-century. Yashasvi Jaiswal looked in sublime touch before getting trapped in front by Roston Chase after a nervy innings of 7. Shubman Gill, fresh from hitting 400s in the last series in England, has looked solid, and India are just 41 runs adrift of overhauling West Indies' first innings with a great chance of controlling the narrative going further in this game. For the West Indies tonight, they'll consider what was with the hope of making early inroads on day 2. The Grenada Athletic Association is leaving no stone unturned when it comes to using advanced technology. This as it facilitates a 3-day training session with US-based company Finish Links. Links system developers are the makers of Finish Links photo finish technology. They produce fully automated timing systems, line scan cameras, and athlete tracking technology for sports markets across the world. Today, Finish Links is arguably the most popular and powerful photo finish results technology in the world.
Anything with a finish line, you can use this technology, and it is required at the highest level to have a camera that can be accurate to within the thousandth of a second for records and for world records to be certified. This type of technology is needed, so now Grenada is going to be able to put those kind of those certified records up on the world stage. It is used to be accurate up to 1,000th of a second in the global stage, as well as more like locally here. It will also be on that level, and I am here to help people get up to speed on using that technology in track and field timing.
Paul Holyoke from Finish Links talking there. That's the sports news for now. With a U.S.-granted OFAC license, Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal leads Trinidad and Tobago's efforts to revive the Dragon gas deal with Venezuela. Technocrats from his ministry are in touch with Venezuelan officials and all stakeholders, including Venezuela, multinationals, and the U.S. Former Minister Stuart Young, however, warns that tense Venezuela relations and diplomatic discord threaten the project, urging transparency around the terms of the license.
Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar SC met with Secretary of State Marco Rubio in a high-level diplomatic session in Washington on Tuesday. The meeting focused on three strategic areas: national security, energy security, and economic development. However, the major headline was the United States' commitment to support the approval of OFAC licenses. Government said they were informed about this by the Secretary of State following the high-level meeting, and that he supports the approval of the relevant Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, for the approval of specific licenses that will allow TNT to initiate formal discussions and operations related to its cross-border energy projects. Such licenses are issued by the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control and are required for any energy-related collaboration involving sanctioned jurisdictions. During the meeting, Secretary Rubio expressed gratitude to the Prime Minister and her government for their strong political and technical leadership, emphasizing that the prosperity of Trinidad and Tobago was in the interests of the United States. He also reaffirmed the enduring partnership between the two nations, grounded in shared goals, values, and a mutual commitment to regional stability and growth. Sonolala, TTT News.
Further afield, the U.S. government shutdown, which began on October 1, shows no sign of ending as Congress remains deadlocked. Over 2 million federal workers are currently without pay, and 750,000 have been placed on unpaid leave. The political stalemate has left families and public services in limbo, with no resolution in sight.
All eyes are on the U.S. Senate, where Democrats and Republicans refuse to reach a government funding agreement.
It's not passed.
Vote after vote failed.
It's not passed.
With neither side willing to make concessions and both casting blame on the other.
Democrats are well aware of the damage of a government shutdown.
Our Republican colleagues did not want to help us out of this crisis.
Democrats insist Republicans extend pandemic-era tax subsidies, lowering the cost of health insurance for many Americans. Republicans say that's too expensive and want Democrats to pass the clean funding bill that already cleared the House. A lot of finger-pointing happening inside the Capitol, but not a lot of talking to each other, as negotiations are apparently not happening. Meanwhile, the public is being shut out, literally, as Capitol tours are one of the many U.S. services canceled due to the shutdown. These school children flew to Washington from Macon, Georgia, to learn how the federal government works, or in this case, isn't working today.
We had a morning tour at the Congress, and then we were going to go to the Library of Congress, Supreme Court, and Bureau of Engraving, and FBI.
All of those plans had to be canceled, with government offices closed to visitors. But it's the unseen work of the federal government that's hit hardest. 90% of the Education Department is furloughed. The Labor Department is operating with just a quarter of its staff, meaning Friday's much-anticipated jobs report will likely be delayed. Some airports are experiencing longer lines as TSA agents are working without pay. National security and immigration enforcement continues, but also with some deferred paychecks. And Trump has asked agencies to plan for potential mass layoffs.
If this thing drags on for another few days, or God forbid another few weeks, we are going to have to lay people off.
Back outside the Capitol, school principal Cammie Hamlin says her students can still learn a lesson from this trip to Washington.
What we always tell the kids, there's three sides: their side, our side, whatever side, and then there's our side somewhere in the middle.
On the motion
it's finding that middle that Congress is refusing to do, with neither side willing to compromise to end the government shutdown. Heidi Jo Castro, Al Jazeera, Washington.
A reminder of the headlines in a moment. Reminder of the headlines: 3 men remanded after multiple charges in violent attack on university students. Attorney calls for urgent action to prevent crime among young men in Grenada. Over 500 citizens pre-register for Grenada's retail bond auction. Government seeks financial clarity for MNIB partnership. Also in the news, regionally, diplomatic hurdles cloud Trinidad and Tobago's Dragon gas deal. Internationally, millions of U.S. federal workers impacted by government shutdown. Plus, in the sports news, West Indies pondering options for Day 2 against India in first test. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom here in the Grenadian capital. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.